Yo, what up, everybody? It's Junior from the Board of Doom.
And it's the Big Papa Grump.
And this is going to be our preview and picks for WWE SummerSlam 2018. So we're going to start off with everybody's favorite pre-show matches. Cruiserweight title between Cedric Alexander and Drew Gulak. I don't know anything that's going on, so Cedric.
Yeah, I'm going with Cedric too, although I'm also way behind on 205 Live, but Drew Gulak's kind of cool, so if he won, I wouldn't be too upset.
But we never have like a successful defense. I know he defends it on 205, but usually at the pay-per-views, it's always where they change it, so
Yeah,
be cool.
But still stick with Cedric just because. For the second pre-show match, we have Rusev and Lana versus Cien Almas and Zelina Vega.
Almas Vega.
Yeah, going with Almas and Vega just because it makes more sense, especially apparently they're really high on Almas, which they should have been anyways, but after his match with AJ, that kind of bumped him up a little bit more, so there you go.
And, I mean, give the new guys a win.
Yeah,
and,
I mean...
Rusev's the perfect target for that, too.
Yeah, at least lately.
Brings us to the Raw Tag Team Championship between the B Team and the Revival. Okay, cool. B Team.
Yeah, I'm sticking with the B Team because I just think it's too early to take the belts off of them. RIP Revival on that one. But, I'd love to see him win, but I think it makes more sense to keep the belts on the B Team.
Top jobbers out.
Okay, next up is the grudge match between Daniel Bryan and The Miz. First of all, props to WWE because nobody does vignettes, whether it's just a standard storytelling vignette or, like somebody passes away and they do a little video for them, better than WWE. And the ones that they had on SmackDown were, again, short and they didn't really tell the whole story, but they pretty much got everybody caught up to speed. It was really good. I'm picking Daniel Bryan.
I'm going to go with Miz, because he's going to shoot a baby out of a bazooka at Daniel Bryan.
He's got a baby gun.
Yeah, right? Like, he's going to pull some, like, Ratchet and Clank chicken launcher stuff at him. I don't know, but I think Miz is going to win. Honestly, I think that's the best way to continue the feud. And then you give Bryan 2 in a row. I don't know, something like that, but Miz. That brings us to the battle for the briefcase between Braun Strowman and Kevin Owens. And I'm pretty sure Braun's going to shoot Kevin Owens out of a bazooka and get himself disqualified. So, I'm going with Kevin Owens because I don't know. Technically, you're supposed to pick who wins, and Owens would, but I still think somehow Owens is getting the briefcase.
Yeah, I'm going with Kevin Owens on this one too because the Braun doesn't need the briefcase to be Braun. And two, you are you going to have him cash in on Roman, or are you going to have really you're not going to have him cash in on Lesnar, so it's going to have to be Roman. And if he does, and no, we've seen that. So I think it makes more sense and is more heelish. The Money in the Bank always works better on a heel. So I think they're going to put it on Kevin, and we'll get to what I think is going to happen the rest of the night later.
Braun isn't sneaky enough, so Kevin makes more sense to have the briefcase. I'll be right back.
Alright, next up is the grudge match between Baron Corbin and Finn Balor.
So Baron wins this, so this is pointless.
Yeah, I really would love to see Finn win and hope it catapults him back to the main event. No, it's going to be Baron Corbin because
they're going to go 3.
Well, plus you kind of have to keep Corbin a little strong, otherwise his character as the commissioner, or the sheriff, or constable, whatever he is kind of pointless. So, and really doesn't have any kind of weight to it. So
yeah, Baron. Alright. Brings us to the SmackDown Live Tag Team Championship match between I really don't care about this match, Bludgeon Brothers and the New Day. It's probably going to be a pretty good match, but I just would have rather anybody besides New Day, so Bludgeon Brothers.
Yeah, I'm going with the Bludgeon Brothers as well, just because, I really think that they built them up this far, and they haven't really had any real story going into them losing. There's no real underdog team, because they've gone up against, they're going up against the New Day, because, they're like, 4-time tag team champs or whatever, and they have the longest reign in history, so it's not like they're pushovers. So I think they're going to use the New Day to build them towards some other team that we probably haven't seen yet. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe Undisputed Era in a couple of months. Who knows?
Sanity.
Not the way they're being booked.
Yeah, right. All right.
All right, up next is the United States Championship match between the champ Shinsuke Nakamura and Jeff Hardy.
Shinsuke.
Yeah, I'm going Shinsuke because I don't think they're going to put the belt back on Hardy. I think they're looking at... There's a weird dynamic between Shinsuke and Orton, and plus Orton's status is possibly a little bit in the air with current events.
Shake my hand.
So, and by the way, him just leering creepily behind the curtain was weird. But yeah, I'm going with Shinsuke because it sounds like he's gonna move on, and Jeff is gonna feud with Orton for a little while. So, but I don't think it's gonna be for the title.
Brings us to the IC title between Dolph Ziggler with Drew McIntyre and Seth Rollins with Triple H. I mean Dean Ambrose. Yeah, right. I'm still going with Dolph because I like Dolph, and Seth can go back to ROH.
I'm going with Seth on this one. I just don't think they brought Dean Ambrose out for him to lose, unless Dean Ambrose is turning heel.
I'm pretty sure.
Which I would be okay losing that point for that. I would feel like I gained a point in spirit. But yeah, Dean's big now. Holy crap! Yeah. I think on Wrestle Talk they said that he looked like he spent the last 9 months in prison. That was pretty funny. So, but yeah, so sick with Seth. Brings us to the SmackDown Live Women's Championship triple threat match between Carmella, Becky Lynch, and Charlotte Flair. I'm going with Carmella because everybody thinks Becky Lynch is turning heel. I actually think Charlotte's turning heel, and I think Carmella's going to benefit from that. I don't think they're taking the belt off Carmella yet because Charlotte dropped that line about you're a diva in a woman's world, which was really, really cool. But I think that might be the start of their trying to build that as Carmella's character. So, but it would make sense to keep the belt on her for a little while.
Becky Lynch, because I don't like either of the other people, so we're going with that.
Now, I wouldn't be mad if Becky Lynch won. I'd be a little bit more upset if Charlotte won, just because. Where are you going?
That brings us to the Raw Women's Championship match between Alexa Bliss and Ronda Rousey, and I'm going with Alexa Bliss.
I'm going with Ronda Rousey, just because.
Not much to talk about. Next.
Brings us to the World Heavyweight Championship match between AJ Styles and Samoa Joe. First of all, Samoa Joe, great on the mic. AJ Styles has been great on the mic. This feud, not so much. The go home angle was Samoa Joe read a letter that was supposedly from AJ Styles' wife. Yeah. Ooh. Well, and AJ's response was... not real impressed with the go-home angle. The match is probably going to be phenomenal. No pun intended. If they've got chemistry going back, decades. So it's probably going to be a really good match. But I think very similar to the AJ Shinsuke build-up, whereas the match, I mean, the WrestleMania match was disappointing, but it was still good. But the build-up to it was just, you won the Rumble. I'm the champ. Yeah. We were in Japan together. This one is like, we've known each other a long time, and AJ, you're a terrible dad.
Yeah.
God, it kind of makes me, long for the days where, CM Punk and the whole, Jericho and alcohol thing, as tasteless as that was.
Go with AJ Styles.
Yeah, I'm leaning AJ too. I don't think they're taking the belt off of him.
Even though Samoa Joe would be a great champ.
Yeah. It's another one of those ones that I wouldn't be mad if the other guy won. In fact, I'd be really happy if Joe won.
I mean, we need a swerve somewhere.
Yeah, but
I just don't think it's here.
No, I think it's coming up.
On that note, that brings us to the Universal Championship bout, which is the 11th time that Brock Lesnar has defended it in 500 days. That is a true statement. I don't know the 500 days part, but the 11th time is true. Besides that, it's Brock Lesnar versus Roman Reigns. I'm going to go with Brock, but I think Owens cashes in based off of my previous prediction. After they are beat up and dead.
I think Owens cashes in on a victorious Roman Reigns.
So either way, Owens is walking out with the belt.
Because I think they're still going to protect Brock even on if he's actually going to UFC. We all thought he was going to UFC at WrestleMania. So yeah,
I think this is legit this time.
Yeah, but so it wouldn't surprise me if Brock wins and then Owens does something shenanigan-y. But we're in agreement that we think Owens is going to be Universal Champion come the start of Raw on Monday.
And
so.
he'll start his second longest reign as Universal Champion. That was great. But the fun thing is about what I said with the whole 11th time. I saw this article where CM Punk held the belt for 434 days, defended it 141 times. Brock Lesnar held it for the exact same amount of times and defended it 10. That is pathetic, and they need to stop giving him the belt.
Well, the whole Brock not being around, creating a bit of a buzz around the title worked for a little while. But you can't do that for as long as they did.
400?
They put the belt on Brock and they kept it on him just to eclipse Punk.
Could have done it with AJ.
Could have done it with Owens. That would have been cool.
Nah.
But yeah, I know. I'm just saying. So all right. So those are our picks for SummerSlam. Again, we're going to try to solve the lighting issue, but right now we just got a lamp over there. But yeah, this is not one of my favorite lineups for SummerSlam. Some of the build-up has been a little iffy. The build-up to the women's title on SmackDown hasn't been great, although the will she won't she face heel turn with Becky Lynch is kind of intriguing. Don't be a bit surprised if somehow Bayley and Sasha Banks end up on the card in the pre-show wrestling against like Absolution or something weird. I don't know. But the Riot Squad or whatever, yeah. So, but yeah, it's just
the only time you get to see.
Yeah, I mean, I am intrigued for the Reigns Lesnar match just because I kind of want to see how it ends. I'm really intrigued for the Samoa Joe AJ Styles match. Balor and Corbin should be a fun short match.
We're just see the same thing, probably. Yeah. Baron's not very predictable.
And, of course, the Daniel Bryan-Miz match should be really good.
Yeah, and that's why I kind of want them to extend it, but I don't know.
Yeah, and there's potential for Seth and Ziggler to steal the show.
They did really well at
But with McIntyre and Ambrose outside, it might be focused on the outside shenanigans part of it, so...
So you're probably going to get a feud built up between Ambrose and McIntyre for his first thing back, unless he turns heel.
Yeah.
So.
Or he feuds with Dolph and McIntyre goes after Rollins, which would be fun.
Dolph and Ziggler.
All right, those were our picks. As usual, everything's going to be at the end of the video in text and cool music and all that good stuff. And so I've been Big Papa Grump.
I've been Junior.
And we'll catch you next time.
Top presenter out.
As you can tell, we've got a bit of a new set. We're still working out the lighting issues, so, there's that. But yes, this is our set, and we'll pan this around to all of my nerd stuff. And we've got the video games over here. So yes, this is the new set, people.